Hello everyone, I just wanted to show a mini application that I just completed. As you can see here, it's a little like grocery list. You can log in to access your grocery list and then log back out. And this is all created with React, so no backend stuff or databases with this. So I guess it's not a true grocery list, and it's not a true user authentication app, but it's just something very simple and to the point. So if I hit the plus button, I can add more cheese to my list. If I hit the minus button, I can decrease the amount of cheese that I have on my list. But if you notice, once I get to 0, the decrease button disables, which is a nice little feature. Same thing with milk. I can increase the quantity and then I can decrease it. And once it gets to 0, it disables the decrease button. So I can just hit this button right here, log out. If I want to log back in, I just hit this login button. And I don't know if it actually saves the state. I'll try that out right now. So if I have 5 cheese, log out, log back in. Okay, it doesn't save the state. But yeah, that's just a little application that I made. Just wanted to show off real quick. And basically this application was made with react.tutorial.app. React.tutorial.app is basically a website that does a walkthrough of React from beginning to end. There's over 92 chapters. I highly recommend it. It's been awesome to me. I've been learning so much about React just off of the first 20 chapters. And I'm going to go over the code with you guys and the steps. First step, if it says start by rendering the please login header to and the login button. So I believe it's right here. And the cool thing is you have your instructions and what the browser would look like in your completed code on the right hand side, and then on the left hand side is where you actually write your code. So for me to start rendering please log in and the login button, I basically did like a ternary operator. And if I basically said, if the user is logged in, I want you to populate the storefront component plus a button showing that, or a logout button. And if we go over to the storefront component basically holds all the details for the products, like the cheese, the image of the cheese, the description of the cheese, same thing for milk. And over in storefront, we actually call over to the product component, and in the product component we pass the props details in there. So this carries the details of each individual item. If we go over to product, so basically I destructure the props that I sent in and directly call details. And down in the return statement is basically where I start creating what the basically what each item is going to look like on the browser. So what, the box around it, it's saying cheese, the image, the little description. Same thing for the milk and the login button. Well, the logout button is actually in the index.js. But so I set the width of the image to be 50, and I believe that's 50 pixels if I'm not mistaken. I call it the image that's located within the details props. I do details.image to get the cheese image or cheese or milk image, because it iterates over product twice. I'd put the name of the product in a header 2, and I put the description in a paragraph tag. And then down here I basically say this is where basically the little button functionality occurs. So if I increase the amount of products, it goes up. If I decrease and I go to 0, the button disables. So I'm basically saying, hey, if the clicker is 0, if that's true, I want you to disable the button. However, if it's not 0, I'm basically giving the user the ability to keep decreasing that number of the state clicker, which is right here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, going down. And this other button, I'm doing this, well actually I'm not doing the same thing, because it doesn't require, because with the other button, well, the plus button basically, if you're going up, you can go up as high as you want basically. So I'm not worried about adding any if-else statement on that. So going back to the instructions, it says, let's see. So it only wants to receive only one prop called details to product, which we did here. So instead of me breaking it down and literally calling name, source, and description all independently, I just passed one prop called details, and within details I did the dot operator to independently call each element that I wanted, or I guess key value pair, I guess you could say, that I wanted out of details. And yeah, that's pretty much my app. Here, I don't know if I've already explained this, but basically I said if you're logged in, it's going to pull up the storefront, which is the pictures of the cheese and the milk and all that good stuff, with the logout button. However, if you're not logged in, it's going to give you a prompt saying please log in, and it's gonna, if you click the login button, it's gonna set logged in to true. So if I see that, it's right here. Very simple. And yeah, the CSS I didn't touch, it was already predefined for me. But yeah, there's a lot of CSS, and it defines the color of the page, what the text will look like, what the buttons will look like, and all that good stuff. But yeah, this is a short little video. Just wanted to show off this little project that I worked on in this class I'm taking. And if you would please like this video and subscribe. I have more videos on the way and many more projects I want to show off. All right, peace out, guys.